Good afternoon. I now call to order the 161st graduation of Palmer College of Chiropractic West in San Jose, California on the second day of June 2022.
So, again, before we proceed with the remainder of the ceremony, let's hear it once more for the 161st.
B.J. Palmer recognized that doctors of chiropractic must use their heads, hearts, and hands to master the science, the art, and the philosophy of chiropractic to best care for their patients. We now present a series of awards in recognition of the ideals of these three words represents for the chiropractic profession. The head is recognized through a series of awards acknowledging the academic achievements of students who have excelled throughout the course in their educational experience. The heart is recognized through the Virgil Strang Philosophy Award for students' passion and philosophy of chiropractic. And hands are recognized by our Clinic Excellence Award, which honors the students' outstanding patient delivery. First, I have the honor of beginning this portion of the program by recognizing the class members who have achieved our highest academic awards and graduate today as valedictorian and salutatorian. Would you please join me in honoring the valedictorian of the Palmer West 161st graduating class, Christopher Marvin. Congratulations again, Marv and Kelly, for a job well done. College would now like to recognize the collective members of today's class who distinguished themselves during their educational experience at Palmer West and are graduating with academic honors. Members of the class who have achieved academic honors received gold cords to wear with their graduation gowns. They are also presented with special purple cords, which signifies their induction into the Pi Tau Delta International Chiropractic Honor Society, the oldest and the most distinguished honor society in chiropractic education. To receive this special recognition, students must have earned a cumulative GPA of at least 3.5 upon graduating. Considering the long and rigorous and challenging dynamic of the Chiropractic West curriculum, students who are able to complete the program while maintaining a high GPA are to be commended for their achievement. We proceed with today's ceremony by recognizing this Spring 22 class who are graduating today with academic and Pi Tau Delta honors. Graduating summa cum laude and Pi Tau Delta honor today is Christopher Marvin. Please come.
It's my honor now to present the Presidential Scholar Awards. The Presidential Scholar Award is presented when a member of the graduating class displays the highest level of academic achievement by making the Dean's List, which requires a GPA of 3.5 or above in each of the 13 quarters that comprise the Palmer West curriculum. Today, I take great pride in recognizing two members of the class who have accomplished this impressive feat. As I call your name, please join me at the podium to receive your award. Christopher Marvin.
Next, we will present our Clinical Excellence Award. Upon completion of the first 2 years of their Palmer West experience, our students make the big step to become interns in the Palmer Chiropractic Clinics, where they apply the knowledge and skills learned in the classroom and lab portions of the program to the delivery of quality patient care. As a member of the Palmer West faculty for more than 2 decades, I've enjoyed teaching a variety of classes, which has given me a first-hand perspective of the transition from student to intern. I'm filled with a deep sense of pride knowing that the profession is in great hands with this next generation of Palmer graduates. It is my honor to now present the Clinical Excellence Award, which recognizes the member of today's graduating class who has best exemplified the skills and qualities expected of a Palmer chiropractor during their year-long experience as a student doctor in the Palmer Clinics. Before I announce today's award honoree, I would like to briefly describe the selection process. Nominations are accepted from our clinical team of full-time and part-time faculty. These are candidates whom our clinicians feel have demonstrated excellence with patient evaluation and diagnosis, chiropractic technique and procedures, diagnostic imaging, case management, professionalism, and service to our clinic community. Our clinic team then deliberates and discusses each of the nominees to determine the award recipient, which is not an easy task, as often there are multiple candidates who are deserving of such recognition. Before we present the Clinical Excellence Award, I'd like to recognize each of the nominees. Alyssa Avina. Christopher Marvin. And Kelly Schweitzer. And the Clinical Excellence Award recipient for Palmer West Spring 2022 graduating class is Christopher Marvin.
Over here. Show it to me. Yes.
Congratulations, Marv, and to each of our Clinical Excellence nominees for a job well done.
Next, I'd like to welcome up our Sports Council President, Victoria Champney, who will be presenting additional awards of recognition to the graduating class.
Thanks, Zach. You finally got my name right up front. Good evening, everyone, and good evening, graduates. My name is Victoria Champney, and I'm the current president of our Sports Council here at Palmer West. Our Sports Council is a student-run club that organizes athletic events around the Bay Area, and we supply chiropractic treatment to different populations there. It serves a number of members of our community, not only here in San Jose, but in Santa Cruz, San Francisco, and beyond. These events provide Palmer West students with hands-on opportunities and experiences with networking, treatment, diagnostic in the field, diagnostics, and other learning opportunities. It has become one of the most exciting, maybe I'm biased, but most valuable parts of the Palmer West experience. It is my honor today to recognize a specific student who has served on the Palmer West Sports Council Executive Board. It is through his selfless dedication, hard work, and passion that Sports Council has remained an invaluable opportunity for several students here at Palmer. Our current team especially wants to thank him for keeping our club alive during COVID. Those months of online seminars and online learning were not easy, but they did it. In the past few months, we've finally been able to return to our pace of in-person events. This quarter alone, we did 3 in-person events, which is outstanding, and we are so, so grateful. We could not have done this without him and the work he put into the club the 2 years he was on board. If I start crying during this speech, I apologize in advance. This person is someone that I hold very near and dear to me personally. He's made a huge impact on my time here at Palmer. And it all started with a Facebook post. I saw the headline on our stuff for sale page, which if you don't know, the Facebook Marketplace, Palmer West has its very own one of those. I had seen him at school, but I had really never spoken to him. And I knew he was a genius. That was the word on the street anyways. But he looked like the Hulk, and I did not want to piss him off. So he posted in the group, and he said he needed patients for student clinic. And so I went out on a whim, and I said, sure, I'll be your patient, knowing damn well that I'm probably the worst person you'd want as a patient. What I mean by that is I am super flexible. For my non-chiro friends, that means I am your worst nightmare to adjust. And I'm also a chronic pain candidate, and I've also injured myself on the daily, as this person can attest to. So I gave him a run for his money, and I said, sure, I'll go for it. As time went on, I started to pick his brain in the clinic, and I grew to realize he is a walking textbook. The only people that might have him beat on this stage are Dr. Nook and Dr. Sousa. Every time I would go to him with a question, whether it be about biomechanics, training, nutrition, adjusting, literally anything, he would have an answer. But not only would he have an answer, he would have advice on how to improve, where to improve, resources that fuel him personally, and just how to grow from there. He was constantly challenging himself, challenging me, and challenging the people around him to step up to the plate and to elevate this profession. His energy was contagious, and it made me always want to work harder. I would not be where I am today without him. It was as I got to know him that I became more involved with Sports Council and more curious about his role in the club as well. I would see him post these educational videos every week on Instagram, and I would watch him set up all these webinars during COVID. It was honestly a little overwhelming. I really didn't know how he had time to do that and train every day and be the valedictorian and do all the other things he does. But through his time on Sports Council, he helped in so many ways. He served his first role as social media logistics and his second role as the Vice President of Education. Some of his jobs included creating content for social media, bringing in outside docs, and promoting different seminars. He also was able to convince a lot of companies to give us some free things to raffle away to students, which was greatly appreciated. His leadership was demonstrated by his work ethic, and this club would not have survived without him. I say that with absolute certainty. He was a vital asset to the team and always showed up for his people. This is where I knew I was going to start to lose him. Without him, there would be no Sports Council for me. He was the one who, I will not say forced, but strongly encouraged that I take on the role of president. It was something I never in a million years would have dreamed of doing, but he called me after my interview and he said to me, I know you, and I know this is giving you a ton of anxiety, but you were going to do this. And without him, I probably never would have. At our first event post-COVID, when we got to treat patients finally again and get the energy of Sports Council back, it was amazing watching him work. It's just like a well-oiled machine. It's so natural and so effortless, and it is something that is so rare to see among students. He even had a smile on his face that day, and for those of you that know him, know that that is not always something that happens. So, he's not always the sunshine and roses type. It has been a privilege and an honor to watch him grow into this amazing person and chiropractor and to inspire quite literally everyone around him to be better. I personally owe a ton of my journey into this field to him and would like to thank him for always showing up for me. As a club, we are forever grateful for all that you have done, and you're going to make an exceptional chiropractor and change the lives of so many people. We look forward to all that lies ahead of you in your future. Awarding him for his service and dedication to Palmer West Sports Council. Marv, please come get your award. Yeah. Well, can you take one more? Oh. Thank you.
Congratulations to all our students and our honorees. Thank you for your dedication and your service. It's just a testament to the fortitude and the dedication of this class. Let's give them all a round of applause. my honor to introduce the valedictorian address, especially since it's Marv. Please come take the podium and give your address.
Double-sided. But first things first. So, that was the fastest yet slowest, gratifying yet frustrating, half amazing, half garbage, definitely interesting, and unpredictable the last 3.2 years we've experienced now, wasn't it? Yeah. Ups and downs, lefts and rights, curveballs and fastballs, we've made it through it then some. To think how as little as 1,150 days ago or more, we were doing our best to convince ourselves that we actually love the smell of cadaver juice in the morning because it smelled like victory. Maybe, kind of, sort of. Yeah, I'm not buying it either. But it does make it sound like badasses as we huddled around dissected bodies, drinking coffee while trying to get the best view of whatever nerve we were trying to trace and commit to memory. And then who could forget the pressure during that first year preparing for a certain individual's near weekly final exams? Or wait, I mean quizzes. And then of course, at the end of our first year in school, without warning, we were relegated to online class for the majority of our remaining time at Palmer. Being taught adjustments via Zoom with sleeping bags as models, or a very cleverly put together stuffed pajama onesie, complete with a model spine put in place for good measure. I don't think anyone could have predicted even 10% of the world events these past 2 years. It truly was that unprecedented. Heck, I don't know if I would have still signed up for all this had I known what was in store, but I'm glad I did and that I had all of you by my side as we chased our dreams amidst the chaos. I am forever grateful for how much camaraderie and fellowship we enjoyed as a class. From our initial cohort to everyone who joined us along the way, thank you for all the laughter and joy that made this experience memorable and fun. I count myself blessed that we became the good friends we did, and we're always willing to help each other out at the drop of a hat from our first quarter to our last. To those in faculty and admin who mentored me along the way, putting up with my endless questions, and let's be honest, flat out poorly disguised protested challenging of information, because that's what I do. Thank you. You know who you are, and you made a huge difference that will forever help in my career. And yes, I know a few of you are breathing a sigh of relief that I'm not raising my hand for the umpteenth time in class to ask a question that was an overly complicated tangent from the topic at hand. Your patience with me was noted and appreciated. To the schoolmates and former graduates from all the various brainstorm sessions and technique troubleshooting powwows, thank you. Those times spent working outside the classroom were valuable as I got to learn from those much smarter than myself, which really isn't hard to be, by the way. You just have to say things with the utmost confidence and you're halfway there. But in all seriousness, those times left a long-standing impact, reminding me that I know very little in the grand scheme of things, and there's always room to grow and improve. To those here still grinding it out at Palmer, well, you already know what my biggest advice is because I've stood on my soapbox more times than you could count. But just to quickly recap, today, start to reach out and learn from others. Read 10 pages a day. Get out of your comfort zone as often as possible. And remember that practice doesn't make perfect, it makes permanent. As infantile as I am in this process, it appears this profession has a great way of humbling you as soon as you feel you're getting adequate at a given skill or knowledge base. Trust me when I say I've had more forced servings of humble pie than anyone could ever wish for. And I still have quite a few more pieces to choke down in the coming days. Now that's not a bad thing because anything that comes easy in life will never be as valuable or rewarding as a thing that takes thousands of hours to learn, develop, and nurture the true skill. And of course, I would be remiss not to mention the unfailing love and support I receive from my family. Damn it. I swear there's something in my eye, that's it. Especially those in attendance today, as well as those looking down from above. And of course, my life partner / best friend / fiance. Who sits in the crowd today, thank you for allowing me to pursue my dream as selflessly as you did, letting me move halfway across the state to do so. All right, Let's not let the rumor mill get started that I'm soft as Charmin. Back to it. Let's get back to this. Okay. Back to what today is about for us all as a graduating class. It is the end of just one seemingly long, drawn out, but actually brief chapter in our lives and the beginning of another. It is the culmination of a heck of a lot of hard work, maybe some blood, definitely a bit of sweat, and apparently, yes, now tears too. We should be proud of all we have overcome and accomplished during our time in school. We should be excited for all we will soon overcome and accomplish during our times as chiropractors. The only thing I challenge you to do is to not give up before the miracle happens. I know we all have our timetables of when we will achieve whatever definition of success we strive for. And just know that odds are it's not going to happen on our time frame. They say every overnight success is 10 years in the making, which, if my calculations are correct, and math is not my strong suit, we know this, we have just 6.8 years remaining. Anything ahead of that, which I do feel is possible for each and every one of us on stage, is well ahead of schedule and should be celebrated. Just remember why you came here and why you wanted to become a chiropractor. Don't let anyone or anything take that vision from you. Keep doing the next indicated step and put one foot in front of the other, and I'm sure we will all find what we are looking for. I genuinely look forward to our future meetups, getting to share what we've learned and how we've developed our craft. Until then, let's do our best to enjoy the process and get to work fulfilling our wildest dreams while helping a lot of people along the way. Thank you.
It's my honor to now present the 161st graduating class of Palmer College of Chiropractic West for conferral of the Doctor of Chiropractic degree. On recommendation of the Dean, faculty, and graduation committee, and by the virtue vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Palmer College of Chiropractic in the state of California, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Chiropractic and all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining therein. Assisting me with the conferral of the degrees will be Dr. Coy Doe, Palmer West Associate Professor, who will read names of the graduates, and Dr. Elizabeth Moose, Palmer West Associate Professor, who will turn their hoods. Graduates, as Dr. Doe reads your name, come up to receive your diploma.
Please stand. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to make some noise. All right, from San Diego, California, Christopher Marvin